In the last few years, I've invested over $60,000 in coaches, mentors, and so on and so forth. And my goal for you in this video is if you're someone right now who is currently on the fence about investing in that marketing agency, hiring that person, investing in that coaching program, buying that course, hopefully you learning from my experience here would help you decide whether or not it even makes sense for you to do something like this. So first off, $60,000 invested in coaching is very, very small compared to a lot of the other people who are also in this space. So I know someone, for example, Tim Long, that's his name. You can check him out on YouTube, and it was telling a story about how he has invested over $750,000 in coaching, mentors, masterminds, and so on and so forth. So 60 grand is still so small. He has made about $40 million so far in his online education journey. He has a stock trading offer. And just to give you some perspective on what it actually takes to do some insane numbers and how much money you need to invest in yourself if you want to hit those kind of insane numbers that you actually want to hit. So 60 grand is way small in comparison to what a lot of the other people in the space are doing and what they've invested in themselves in order for them to grow tremendously. So one of the main reasons why it's very important to actually invest in yourself and invest in coaching is there's just so much things you don't actually know. And I've seen this happen for myself over and over again, where I'm trying to solve a problem and I get into a program and I see just the vast difference between what I've been trying to do to solve the problem and what it actually takes to solve the problem. It's just really always mind-blowing when I actually see that happen in real life. There's so many things that need to go right for you to hit some insane numbers in your business, and you're not going to get there by just trying to keep figuring it out yourself. If you want to see those insane growth, 10x, 20x your business, the gap between what you actually know right now and what is required is very vast. Trust me. And until you get into a program that is actually good, you're not going to understand just how much more you need to do to get to the goal that you want to get to. So if someone is like 1-2 steps ahead of you, most of the time they are not doing 2 times more work than you, or they don't have like 2 times more leverage than you. They have like 10-20 times more leverage than you do. So it is always a very huge discrepancy between what you think is required and what is actually required. And unless you invest in coaches, you invest in masterminds, you're not going to see that. So another thing I've learned from doing this over and over again is the money always comes back as long as you keep trying to grow and you actually implement what you learn from the program. The money 100% always comes back to you. So I don't feel any type of way that we've invested so much money into coaching, because I know for a fact that the money always 100% comes back. About half of the money we've invested in coaching has come this year because we are really trying to go to the next level. And I know for a fact that as long as we keep implementing, we keep making the right decisions, we keep asking questions when we are stuck, and so on and so forth, the money would 100% always come back. Like, look at Tim's example that I gave earlier. He spent about 750 grand on coaching and he's made $40 million in his business. So that just proves that the money always comes back. And I've seen this happen in multiple different situations. So it might not be immediate. You might not make your money back like in the next 2 weeks. It might take 1, 2, 3 years, but the money always 100% comes back. So a very big misconception when it comes to joining coaching programs is, when I join this coaching program, I have to make sure that, I do every single thing that they tell me to do, which is very true. And you actually have to try as much as possible to implement as much as you can from the programs. But the lessons that you get from the programs don't come from the modules and like the coaching and the conversations that you get. Yes, you get some of that from just doing that, but the lessons always come in very unexpected ways. And those are the most profound lessons that you would get. Like, for example, I'm in a mastermind right now, and like the modules are good, the coaching and everything is good. And one thing I've learned just from watching how the person who runs that mastermind operates is just the importance of volume in taking action. So there's no specific module in the program where he talks about, you need to do this much volume if you want to see results. But just from observing how he operates and just seeing what he does on the back end, seeing how he handles his clients and so on and so forth, it gave me a huge realization on how much volume it takes to hit the goals that you have. So if you think you need to do like 10x volume, you actually need about 100x volume. And that has been so profound for me that I'm actually implementing that in every single thing that we do. If I was not in that program and just observed how that person operates their business, there's no chance that I will have learned that. And there's no chance I will even take it seriously, because when you pay for something, you actually take it more serious. So the lessons that you learn, the most profound ones, don't always come from the program itself. They tend to always come from just observing who the owner of the mastermind is, conversations you would see randomly in the communities, and so on and so forth. Another one is people tend to think that, oh, what if I buy the coaching program and everything they are teaching doesn't apply to me? Or what if I already know everything they are going to tell me? But the way knowledge actually works is, for your knowledge about something to become whole, you need to see it from different perspectives, from different types of people. Say, for example, I have this AirPods case, right? You can only see the front of this AirPod, and this gives you one perspective. But this is a different perspective. This is a different perspective. So the more you learn the same thing from multiple different people, the more whole your knowledge about something will become, and the deeper your knowledge about that thing will become. So even if you join a program and you already know, quote unquote, the things they are telling you, trust me, just from learning from that person's perspective, it's going to make it more likely that you get the results that you want, and to give you a much more deeper, a much more whole perspective about one particular topic. Another example of this for me is, there was a program we joined, I think back in 2023 or so. It was a 5K program. And although I didn't get the results I wanted from that program, which is mostly my fault because I don't think I executed as much as I should have. However, that program was the first program that exposed me to the idea of using VAs for outreach. And prior to that, my partner and I, we've just been doing outreach manually ourselves. I've never even fathomed the fact that you could use somebody else to do outreach for you. That program was the first time my eyes got open to the idea of using VAs for outreach, right? So 2 years after that, when I joined another program and I had to use VAs for outreach, it was not new to me anymore. And I'm pretty sure that if this was the first time I was implementing this, I'm going to have a lot of resistance. To be a lot harder for me to implement. But it was very easy for me to get on the VAs. We hired about 6 people when we were really going really hard on outreach last year. And it just made the process very seamless and very easy for me because I had done this before. So this is what I mean by learning something from somewhere. Even if it's the same concept, it makes your knowledge about the thing more whole, and it makes it easier for you to get results with the same topic, because now you have a much more deep understanding of the same topic. So the biggest reason why I think is extremely important for you to actually invest in coaching programs is you just save so much time and effort from things. What I mean by this is, say for example, how anyone figures anything out is through iteration. So you do one thing once, you see what's not working, you make tweaks and you change it. You do another thing, you wait for a while, you make tweaks and you change it. You do the same thing, you make tweaks and you change it. And you keep doing that until you find something that works. That's literally how like the biggest businesses are built. That's how the biggest problems are solved, and so on and so forth. If you're buying a coaching program, all that time whoever you bought the program from spent doing all the iterations, you're going to save all of that time, and it just means you can get to your goal a lot faster. Now, you still have to put in the work. It's still going to take time for you to get to the results you want. But if you didn't have that guidance, if you didn't have that coaching program, it would take you so much longer for you to get to the outcomes that you actually want. So joining coaching program saves you a ton of time. Like in my case, I remember when we wanted to launch like our outreach campaign last year, and I was doing the outreach myself, and then we joined the program and I saw what it actually took to do outreach at the highest level. And trust me when I tell you, there was such vast difference between what I was doing and what I learned from the program, that if I had tried to do like mass outreach myself without actually joining that program, it's like maybe taking me 2 years to make it work, just because of the vast difference between what I knew about cold outreach and what it actually takes to do cold outreach very effectively. It would have taken me about 2+ years. So you save so much time just seeing what somebody else has done. Somebody else has made the mistakes, learning from these mistakes, and then now applying that to yourself and just helping you get to where you want to go a lot faster. So if you just keep waiting until, oh, I'll invest in this when I have more money, you're losing time as well. Because you're either going to spend time or you're going to spend money. And if you're waiting that, oh, I need to have this much money before I invest in this coach, and this applies to everything, by the way. Everything I've said so far applies to hiring an agency, hiring an employee, and so on and so forth. You're either going to spend money or you're going to spend time. It's not like I have an abundance of money as well laying around, but I know for a fact that me doing this now, like us doing this now, investing in all these coaching programs, is us buying back so much time. And if you keep waiting, you're just losing time. So I'll encourage you not to try and waste time and just get the information you need and start to execute. And then finally, the one thing that I like to look at when I'm trying to join a program is, has this person done something I'm trying to achieve or something I'm trying to do? And if the answer is yes, then I just go ahead and join the program, as long as they have some credibility, they've gotten the results I want to get, and so on and so forth. So I hope this was valuable for you. If you have any questions, you can drop that in the comment section. Make sure you like this video and then subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and check out my other videos as well. If you're an online coach, a consultant, and you want to learn how you can scale your online education business to the next level. Thank you and have a good one.